So here we are. First, I thought I would kick this off with some news that came across my Discord feed with some of my guildmates. If I get logged in here, specifically about the next version, next patch coming out for Archeage. Specifically, trying to find that news article right now. Specifically, when the next content release is going to be, and apparently it sounds like the next expansion, I'm reading this to verbatim here, is going to be published in August, which it looks to be part 2 of what came out in Korea, which had a lot of the combat changes in it. Specifically, it's going to be free. We know how well that went last time. Excuse me. Wow. Among other things, it's supposed to have a new dungeon as well, which is big news because some of the dungeons, especially in the later content dungeons in Archeage, are just terrible. Like Noriet it's a timing thing, and there's no real like, let's grind through some trash, let's hit some bosses, that kind of thing. I mean, I guess the Abyssal Library is the only thing close to it, but even that is to call that a dungeon is really being generous. So hopefully we'll see some more official patch notes, being the fact that we're about a week away from August shortly. But this should be all the combat changes, some other things, because right now I would say, if I'm an outsider looking in, Garden is pretty sad. So let's hop into game here and let's see what's going on. I need to remember to fix my hair. I have so many free salon passes, but I want to fix my guy's beard. I don't like that you can't see his chin, but I never forget it. Remember to take them out of the bank, to go to the salon to fix it. So maybe we'll be doing that. As exciting as that is. Oh yeah, and this weekend was the double vocation, double honor, etc., which I have not used any of because it wasn't all that interesting. Once you get to a certain point, it's not that relevant. Let's teleport and do some quests. What I'm very curious about is, when they're going to release the second part of what they call the Garden of the Gods update. Because if you look at the complete patch notes out of Korea, we are missing quite a bit. And I think that's going to substantially change quite a number of classes. So, it could be good, it could be bad, but I'm all about content. There is nobody on my guild right now, which is unfortunate because that's sometimes what happens, especially on weekends as COVID. People were playing non-stop at the beginning of lockdown, so like the beginning of March through probably about a month ago, when some of the states started rolling back some of the lockdown. But I think you had a number of people burn themselves out, and it's summer, so to try to get out and do stuff, I'm definitely with them. But just your choices are so limited about what to do. But in the same breath, you don't want to burn out. The other problem is, I can look here and see my guild and see who's on. Great, but that doesn't show anybody in the garden. And I know for a fact, if I just look at my my guild's Discord, there's a couple people that are playing the game, they're just not showing up. So that's horrendously annoying, being able to take a quick look and see who's who in the zoo. what do we have to do here? Many vocation badges. And don't mind my inventory. It is a hot disaster. Let's try to skip the blue salt bonds. I want to do labor. I want to do labor. Yeah, we'll do labor for now. The annoying as hell thing in this game is why you have to unlock these quests every day. It makes zero sense to me. Not like it costs you anything. Just gotta remember to click the buttons. And how many times do we all forget to click the buttons? So stupid. It drives me up the wall. It's like just a stupid quality of life thing they could fix. Silly me for suggesting something like that. So we'll drop this pack down, let someone else turn it in for us, which is not a bad deal for them, because they make, I think total value is like 16 gold. They make about 12. I make about 4, and I just care about for the quest completion more than anything else. Honor. Let's see. Earn some labor. Go mine the mining house. Need to upgrade this house to mining house at some point. Need to plant those. Very exciting. Let's buy some seeds and buy some blue salt knives. I tend to grow cornflower in my seed beds. How do I think that's vocation? I think I'm remembering wrong. Because it is. Tends to sell fairly well. And I need it for the trade packs inside of Animar. All this land over here, and this is all owned by myself for the rest of the guild. But I still don't even plant it all. This thing was murder to build. Looks nice. guess it's just quick. Trying to farm quite a few ship regrade scrolls. So need all these we can get for the paper. I gotta use that. Need to use the labor. This is a holy mess. Not disagree. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to open up 100 of these. Request. Let's do that. Well, that's going to take a while. Let's try to find those notes that were on the Archeage Discord. See what that actually says. Now I'm curious. I cannot find jack and shit. Let's talk about, well, I could used to know where the patch notes are. Let's find the Korean patch notes. Let's talk about those changes, because I think those are interesting. This is going to take a few more minutes. I should take a labor pot. Okay. So in part 3, the biggest thing coming in part 3 is specifically hero related, which looks to be specifically around god powers. These seem to be like they're obtained through defeating what's known as shadow eaters throughout the garden. So I'm assuming it's a rare spawn mob. It sounds like they spawn every 2 hours, 7 p.m. server time until 11 a.m. the next day, apart from Saturdays. You defeat a shadow eater and it spawns a divine orb at a random location. Interesting. So you defeat the shadow eater in, you know, I guess space A, and the orb could appear in space B, and you gotta go get it. It can only be captured captured by a hero with a hero cape equipped. If the hero in a raid captures it, the whole raid's awarded with a power fragment. And apparently, it looks like the fragment can be redeemed for a whole bunch of different things, like honor, seeds, hero infusions, or archeum crystals. Kind of cool. The idea is once you have that divine orb, you can use it on the different thrones throughout the garden, and there's different powers that are enabled. Things like permafrost, all kinds of stuff. Wow. Hold on. Come back to this. Done over here. So what did we actually get? Oh my god. The cat going crazy. Try that again. Yep, pull something out of the bank and you lose it immediately. Okay, so I'm assuming I got the achievement. Oh, I finished a quest. Never mind. Okay. Let's get the rest of this. So speaking about more things in the garden, so basically the hero has a choice depending where they go. It lasts for powers last about 18 hours. Have to be used in the garden. Maybe not in the garden, but cannot be used in instances or battleground. There's different kinds of powers. There's usable or continuous. Usable powers have a cooldown of 5 minutes. It can be used 3 times. And the continuous powers are more of like kind of a passive buff, if you will. So the active powers are Permafrost, Water Breeze, Cocoon of Time, and Blood Vengeance. Some of those sound a lot more harmful than others. I think Water Breeze, I don't think of nastiness. I think of, a light ocean breeze with a little salt. So everything has a range of 75 meters. Permafrost summons a pillar of ice within a radius that freezes all hostile forces. That would be pretty cool. A Water Breeze summons a vortex that inflicts turbulence and strong winds in the hostile forces. If you get hit by a strong wind, you cannot use any skills for 1.5 seconds, it looks like. But I imagine it also probably knocks down gliders, etc. So that's pretty cool. Cocoon of Time. Friendly targets become invincible for a short period of time. Like, what's a short period of time, but still nasty. And Blood Vengeance inflicts vengeance upon friendly targets in this area. Vengeance causes 200% of the damage received to be reflected. You only take 50% of the damage. That's also nasty. Wow. That's pretty nuts. And the continuous powers seem to be things like, it seems very similar to some of the food buffs. Increased health, increased PvE, skill damage, damage reduction, resilience, toughness, focus, things of that nature. The other ones increase regen and honor gain, stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. The other thing being interesting, it looks like another Mist Song instance is being brought back. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to read off all of the skill changes, but it seems like Swiftblade is the biggest one affected. They wanted to move away from some of their static, like their non-moving abilities, and turn them into actual movement abilities. So that's pretty interesting. I apparently don't have any leather. That's awesome. I'm actually doing a quest for. Use 550 labor or use 500 labor. I love consistency. Drives me crazy. Have to plant those. Well, that's a problem. So one of the other biggest issues with the garden is all the old radiant infusions for lower tiered gear. There's no way to upgrade them, which is a real pain in the ass because I have many of them. So it's, you know, it's just not really any point. So I'll waste someone, throw them into the weapon, and it'll move. Ooh, look at that! Look at the yellow. It gets moving a squiggle. But I finished the quest. Shards, juice, and salt and bonds. I guess that's not a bad thing. Okay, let's play Serendipity Stone Roulette. Where are my shards? I need to buy 5 more. So about, I guess, a month ago at this point, I decided I was a tank for the longest time, and I enjoyed it. I enjoy tanking, but in this game it's kind of broken, like from a PvE tank perspective. So you're DPS or you're a raid breaker, in the sense of you throw in, do whatever you can to disrupt, you know, the other side's casters and let your DPS them, which is very bizarre. There's no real true tanking, so to speak. Since there's so little true PvE content. Okay, which stat do we want to try to fix? It's horribly broken. Probably that strength. Agility doesn't help, but we'll take it. Yeah, we'll take the evasion. Okay, so we'll be lazy. Let's buy some leather. Leather's expensive tonight. I could probably go get it out of one of the family chests, but this is just lazy. Okay, let's find some more. Who's demanding iron? Not really anybody. So about some fabric. I'll see.
소문으로만 듣던 분을 뵙다니 영광입니다.
Let's go to 2 crowns. Turn the other quest in. Yeah, achievement. That didn't count. That's annoying. I got a bond. Apparently bond quest does not mean bond quest in bond quest world. Oh. Love me some lottery boxes. See, first one. 27 gold for 200 labor. Kind of shit. 26 gold. Kind of shit. 26 gold. Kind of shit. That's just complete shit. What am I gonna do with 20 gold? Such crap. They tease you. 20 gold. Such a tease. I definitely want to get the shards. Goes in the market. Let's see. What's it go for? Probably no one sells them. Interesting. It's interesting. Well, let's go in. Let's do something random. Let's do the solo instance. Haven't done that in a while. As soon as it decides to queue me. Whenever it decides to queue me. I'm not gonna kill myself trying to do a speed run this. Mostly just trying to get the extra starlight and more gems to break down. I wonder if I'll get extra from the loot drop thing. Didn't even think about that. I'm not gonna sew anything yet. So there's a lot of different strategies for this one. You used to be able to go up here and actually leap over this and get a head start in the gate being open. But they fixed that. It's good to know. So we're going to get on our mount and run around like idiots first to collect all the souls we can. So we're over here and get him. We can run through here, go down the stairs over there, and collect the ones on the other side of the dog. So we'll probably do that first. Try to get, you know, about 8 power so we can summon a couple guys and then tear through the rest of it. Whenever this opens. The alligator doesn't fit through. That's hilarious. That may be the funniest thing I've seen in a while. There's the dog. Take the soul. Try not to aggro everything. Take this soul. The key for this, for the Hereafter Rebellion in general, is to do the various quests offered by the heroes, which I highly recommend doing anyway, because they're actually interesting. And, you know, this game has no story. Let's be honest. It could be a lot much more interesting, but it's basically the only story that I would consider interesting. I tend to play games for their story. Which is kind of why I've been dabbling a little bit in Final Fantasy, because at least it has story. Take the express down here. So now we're going to go back up, get a couple other guys up top. Cerberus there's a pain in the ass. Skip him. And we'll go down and grab a couple guys underneath the bridge. And there aren't any. Look at that. So we have power of 8, so we can summon 2 dudes. So we'll summon the warrior and probably the prince. And then probably grab the cleric. So Kirk is, you know, a complete brick shithouse. And the prince does great damage. So let's see, we'll summon him. Pengu, just keep my ass alive. And we'll have them go in and kill things. That's pretty much how it goes. I tend to forget myself sometimes when fighting these guys because aggro goes weird and not letting my guys get enough aggro before I go whole hog and start dropping AEs. Like, these guys can be a pain because they cross heal. That's exactly what happens. They become hard to kill because they heal each other. I probably should play some songs. I am that lazy. We'll summon the catapult person. She's got all the various guns and things that make killing the this shit super easy. The catapults and stuff, I should say. I use complete English there. See, like the warrior here went right for me. I didn't do anything to aggro him. Huzzah. I got 3 Archeage shards. That's not bad. Could be better. Could be worse. Wow. Didn't kill him. Oh, there's a lot of harpies here. Annoying as hell. But I did notice that they fixed the mount bug. Oh, I see some of my mount. Because last time what would happen is my mount would keep getting stuck. Like he wouldn't follow. He would just chill wherever I got off of him. Which is a pain in the ass. So you'd waste a few seconds here and there resummoning. So let's summon Noriet. Okay, and we'll kill this thing down here. The mana towers are kind of a pain. Trying to kill me. Lost control of this fight. That did not go well. Well, that's kind of embarrassing, but you know, hey, this stuff happens. Okay, well, let me make sure these things are fucking dead. And I think I missed them all. I cannot target in the water. They definitely died. Okay, target in the same place. See if it hits him this time. I think I missed again. Absolutely ridiculous. That's just too funny. I think the biggest problem with the water and stuff here, when it slows you down, but I run into them all my NPCs all the time. Just all the time. That's probably we're gonna have the first Harbinger. But we're gonna bring out Bellion. It's got some nice A's. Let's make a healer too. Oh, just a lot of harpies. Jesus. Also wish I didn't have to get off my mount for this. We're way behind time-wise. I should be at like 400 by now. Oh well. This too is not the end of the world. Harbinger does not want to die. Yep, there's the mounts all the way back there. Such a bug. Got the other hero. Let's get on the Harbinger. it's got me slowed. Come get the warrior. Wow, he killed me. Son of a bitch. Those archers can do 6 amount of damage if I'm not careful. And this is bad habits from only picking up this class relatively recently compared to being a tank. I'm used to being able to just sit there and take it and not care. Yeah, 396 is 69 is shit. That's annoying. Well, that's embarrassing, but you know what? It's over. I get some more stuff I don't need. Yeah, I need more awakening scrolls. And my necklace is already at mythic. It's good. Well, I guess what we should do though is get the vocation fast. The alligator glides. Little known factoid about the alligator is he's also a water mount, which is cool as shit. Okay. I need lots of stuff. I have most of this memorized. But basically there's 4 blue salt quests, meals you can make daily. Each one award, you got 400 vocation or 500 vocation, some gold, gilda, all of which is cool. It's just, you know, time consuming. I need like 75 garlic. 50 corn. Time to replenish the corn in here. 150 rice. Need like 20 thistle. Ginseng. Saffron. How much saffron? It's 15 saffron. I think 25 tomatoes. I think that's everything. I can make them. I highly recommend doing these because if you use the vocation potion as well, You can get a substantial amount of vocation if you know to grind like hides and stuff. I need to play some background music because the music in this game is not the most engaging thing in the world. 4 quests. They turn in right at the outpost thingamajiggers. Not sure what you'd call these, but where the little outposts, the merchants and no guards. I think I have some vocation stuff, potion things on me. Oh, that's loot. That's vocation. So let's get the extra vocation. So by default, this is what, 300. So it should give 600. And I don't know. I think the double event is going on. So this could be an absurd amount of vocation. Let's see. 900. That's pretty close. I need 1,000. Okay, another one. Nice. 900 vocation is not bad. Do not want to do anything else. No salt bond. Don't want to do labor. How much labor? I don't have that much labor. How about some vocation? Daddy needs vocation. Daddy needs vocation. Take it. So that was an awful lot. Let's use the recharger. So what am I going to do with these? It's extra. It's just extra. I don't know what you're supposed to do with. I mean, I guess if you miss it in the previous one, I just don't know what I'm going to. I mean, that's just going to be bank fodder. I have a lot of room in the aforementioned bank. But I'm afraid to destroy it because you never know. Stupid drink the quest. That's dumb. Should turn in the specimens. I gotta send the paper over. Oh, let's burn through some labor fast. What's my stick at? We are at 89. I think if I used all of these, I think I'd get to 90. Because they're so slow. That's when we get to labor. Halfway there. Actually, at 91, I'm frankly shocked. That's what I wanted, so I can upgrade my stuff. Out of the inventory. So at what? 92? Eh. Question is, do I want these or do I want the other ones? I think I need the radiance. Go with the radiance. I think I went with the wrong ones. Huh. I'll have to use those later. Because I don't think they'll work on this because it's divine. That's annoying. Well, we'll sit on those. And of course they don't stack. Going to punch myself in the head. It's time to get rid of a bunch of shit. Why do I have 4 mint in the bank? Why? Just why? Right. Oh, they're what? They stack. Because they're different. They're different color. God damn it! I fixed my beard though. Okay, like, why do I have figs in my bank? That's dumb. Sell the figs. Plenty of handicraft yarn. Shove these in the bank. I feel like such a noob. Just get it gone. Well, I got a bunch of that, so that's all we have. That's not worth it. The paper, I gotta show the rest of my paper. Take it. Good enough. It's still horrendously annoying that I screwed that up. Not the end of the world, though. I just need to farm the crap out of these things. However, since no one's really in the guild, not sure what I'm going to do tonight. every time has been the one bond. Every time.
Check the price.
That is annoying as hell. Do I go to the garden? Run a bunch of packs. It's quiet and stunning nights these days. Let's see how busy the garden is. That's a hilarious guild name. Okay, let's see what we look like in here. It's unfortunate that there's not enough people online with the guild. Everybody's in the garden, but you can't even use the instance finder to find people in the aforementioned garden. So they're using the instance servers, yet you don't get to use any of the tooling. So finding groups, you pretty much have to use an outside tool, i.e. like Discord, like specifically the server Discord. Just went into peace. Interesting. And of course I didn't bring that many fish. We'll fish a little. So I do this, I'll rant a little bit. You know, I already have I put a video about this once already, but it's becoming more and more clear that this is just not well thought out. So we're here in the garden, and I can do the quest. So just being outside of the protective barrier there, I'm going to gain loyalty, right? You get 10 per 10 seconds. As you can see it incrementing up here, which is great. You also get loyalty for harvesting. You get 30 per harvest, which is weird because it uses 50 labor. You get 10 per fish, which is not a bad deal because you can get dawn-like essences, which are nice. So that was 50 labor, and I gained 30 fairy request magic points, whatever the fuck we're gonna call them. But it's not efficient, right? So what a lot of people tend to do is they'll go find their hidey hole, which I'm not going to show on stream, or my hidey hole is. This is KOS. Unless you harvest something too close to them, and then they'll come and thwap you on the head. Something to notice with all these guys, if you notice, there's something new in this zone compared to all the other zones, is they all have an attack boost and a defense boost to different kinds of armor. Some are better against like plate compared to cloth, etc. And they're also susceptible to different kinds of damage in the same vein. So they've kind of reintroduced the concept of why piercing versus slashing versus blasting is important. But for example, the one piece I can do, my hood, it takes all the, you know, you have to use the experience you synthesize with to do that. And it's not really efficient to do that until you get your gear to eternal, so you get all the maximum number of gem slots. So while I can enhance it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So the idea is, as you enhance it, you can make your weapon, say your sword, better against, you know, cloth or better against plate. So you get like a plus modifier. Sounds good, but it requires a lot of synthesis experience to do it. I'll probably do an experience pot, a labor pot after I harvest these easy ones. There's always a whole bunch of easy ones out here. Get a quick experience bump. Talk to Emmett Otter over there and get the teleport scrolls around here. So you can teleport to the different red spots. But moving around this zone is a pain in the ass if you're not at all tanky. Yeah, like what? So his teleport scrolls are gold each. I think I'm down a couple, so 505. But best use of those scrolls is if you don't want to be here during conflict. Not that there's anybody else here. There's not anybody here during conflict. It's a quick way to teleport into a safe space. Which brings up another thing. Speaking of conflict, is you can only get to, you know, fairy request level 6 in peace. Any experience above that, you actually have to be at war. Now you also get more experience and stuff, but if you die, you lose a whole level of your, you know, fairy request magic points, or whatever the hell we're calling them. You know, magic fairy rupees, or whatever currency it is. Well, I'm gonna set myself up to fish with some parting thoughts. So I'll probably cut the stream off there. And I'm not going anywhere exotic. I just tend to go like right down here. Don't get me wrong. You could probably hide yourself like back in here. And if a red wasn't really looking for you when it goes to war, you'd probably get away with it. But I only brought like 100 worms for some reason. I never got the rest out of the bank. So let me get fishing. I want to talk a little bit. At the track. So anyway, so that's pretty interesting. So finishing my thoughts about, specifically about the garden right now and activities to do. As you saw, not a lot of my guild were on tonight. Sunday, even though Sunday used to be pretty busy because everybody wanted to jump on for the reset of the Archepass. Most people are out doing things for the summer. Apparently I'm not one of them. Unfortunately, I have to get up early for work tomorrow. But the issue we have there is trying to recruit people to do things, because once you get to a certain point, the content, the main story quest, for example, needs a full group, which, you know, is easier said than done. So I really would wish that XL and Gamingo would figure something out with the garden. I don't have a lot of faith that they'll make any large changes here. But I think this is really hurting their overall investment, like people's investment into the content. And I think that's a shame, because I think if this was just a regular zone, i.e. Eastern or Western Hiram, I think it'd be very busy. And I think you'd have people leading raids through it if it was easier to organize them. But since it's not, you can't throw in the raid finder and say, hey, we're gonna do a run through here and, you know, hit up some mobs or something for an hour. You just can't do it. That's a shame. So I'm gonna end this stream here. Stay tuned for probably a couple more this week. I don't know if it'll be Archeage. I don't know if it'll be Final Fantasy. Probably depends what takes me and what's going on with the guild. So for those of you who join me, I appreciate it. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this and the ramblings of me. Otherwise, I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Thanks.